So we were just talking about Brooklyn. Did you guys hear that there is a new player on the Brooklyn Nets?
They got a new player?
Yeah, James Harden finally got what he wanted, and he was traded from Houston to Brooklyn. Gary, what are your initial thoughts on this trade?
Wow. I mean, okay, like, I try not to be the pessimist and think everybody else thinks about James Harden.
You mean like me?
I kind of like the guy. Like, I honestly, I kind of like the guy. Like, I don't like the off the court stuff sometimes, and I don't like how he asked out of Houston. I don't like I don't care who you are. I'm James Harden. I'm gonna get my club on, and I think that's hurt his career and that will damage his long-term reputation. Because if you remember in the finals in 2012 when it was the Heat and the Thunder, and people don't remember that, people think, oh, the Heat coasted in five. The Thunder won game one, and they basically ran Miami off the floor. And it was like, oh boy, these boys might have a chance to win this title with Durant, Westbrook, and a young James Harden. All these guys were young. They were fast. And then Miami won the next 4 games in the gentleman's sweep. During those days in Miami, Harden was going out every night. Like
every night.
He was hitting
pretends to be shocked
after losses. Like Harden's, you had to question his desire to win, because you can go like James. If you win the title, you can spend the next 2 months in South Beach. Ain't nobody gonna care. You champion. But he was getting it in because people were taking pictures. And, you know, it was still the cell phone era back then, and the Instagram era, the early Instagram era. People were putting photos of him at these clubs. So I don't like some of the things he does off the floor in terms of his nightlife, because I do think that affects a team. And if you're a champion and you're the best player in the team, I didn't see Kobe doing none of that stuff. Now, Shaq, a little different, but I think these guys, the real winners, the LeBrons, the great ones, the MJs, they got it in, but then when they came to get it done on the floor, they got it done on the floor. So I don't like the way he exited Houston, but I think, hey, if the guy wants to win now, if he said 31 and saying the only thing I don't have is a title, I need to get up out of here. And he was right. The Rockets weren't good enough. I mean, let's just be real about it. Yeah. I mean, he called out his teammates. It ain't right. I get you when he shouldn't have said that, but I think he looks at his career and says, I'm not getting any younger, because we all know unless James gets in remarkable shape, he's not playing until 37, 38. Like, he's 31. Like, he ain't LeBron. He's, you know, I mean, we saw him out of shape on the floor like during last week or whatever. I mean, you saw that meme of the big wrestler. You see that meme, Kwani?
I saw all of the memes. They were hilarious.
Wrestler, I can't remember, Mark Henry. And he looks kind of like Harden with the beard, and they were like, James has he had a Brooklyn like jersey on. James has finally got like, we all know that James's career, his window is closing. Okay, he's not going to be the elite player unless he really physically takes care of himself at 35, 36. He's got to win now, and this was his best chance to win. I think the Brooklyn Nets gave up too much though. The Jarrett Allen bothers me. That whole DeAndre Jordan, let's get DeAndre because he likes KD, and then let's integrate DeAndre because we want him to play, because we want to be happy, because we want to keep KD happy, and then we're going to trade away a 22-year-old big who can protect the rim and rebound over 32-year-old DeAndre. And as we all know, like, Father Time is undefeated. DeAndre ain't 2011, 12. 13 DeAndre, where he was just dunking on dudes left and right. And it was a sad thing on a side note that as I watched over the 2 games they played the Pistons, is Blake Griffin. And Blake, oh my God, he can't.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
I mean, last night, literally, they put him on. He was the Pistons needed a critical basket. I know this is off the top. I'm just talking.
No, but you're good.
A critical basket. Miami literally stuck Duncan Robinson on him, and Blake couldn't score on a post on Duncan Robinson.
We ain't talking about David Robinson.
No,
we're talking about Duncan.
No, we ain't talking about former Chicago Bull Eddie Robinson.
Oh wow!
We're not talking about Glenn Big Dog Robinson. Okay, we ain't talking about Glenn Jr. We talking about Duncan. And literally, and then the other side of the floor, he was guarding Adebayo, and he was literally just trying to steal the ball from him. Like he had no shot to stop him in the post. So Father Time, that just lets you know Father Time's undefeated. All these guys that we grew up with, we've seen grow up in the league, who came in 2009 and 10. And I know Kwani is like, damn.
I grew up with.
Yeah, you grew up with. I was in high school then, yeah. Like, and we were all still veteran reporters. We've seen them, and we think they're still young. They're 30 now. They don't know. I mean, I remember I covered KD as a rookie, and when I saw he was born in 1988, I was like, oh my God, that is like ridiculously young. Now KD 32. Like, I'm like, what the heck? Like, you know, I remember just like KD, old KD now, right? Like he's still in his prime, but he's 32 years old. Steph, 32. All these dudes gonna be 30. Like Father Time. So I get Harden wanting to get out and win. Let's see. And he seems like in the right situation, he can be a team player. Now I don't know how Kyrie's gonna integrate into this, but for the first two games, I've been impressed with Harden. Harden's gonna pick his moments because he knows KD is gonna want the ball, and then they're feeding Joe Harris, who is going to just have all these open threes because you're not going to be able to double him. You're going to have to double either Harden or Durant, and then Joe's going to get all these open threes. So I like what I see so far. I like Harden. Like, I don't think as low about him as other people do, but what I think it'd be cool to see him win a title if he does the right things, yes.